Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, everyone.
And good morning to you, young Mrs. Mason.
And I'm liking
Go
that.
on, what are you going to say to that then?
Good morning, Mr. Mason.
Oh, just Mr. Mason. Okay.
Who are we?
We are
The
Avon Couple. Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. And how is
good afternoon
everybody?
if you're listening to it in the afternoon.
Well, yeah, that's true. And how is everybody today?
Well, I'm good. Are you good?
I'm very good, thank you.
You still got a cough though?
I've still got this tickly cough and a bit nasally, so yeah, but hopefully it will be fine. So, what's been happening? Well, there you go. Can I just say, I must say this because I would just like to say to all the people that are working over the weekend, we've had a new system in Avon and they're moving from the old system to the new. Now, anybody in IT that works in IT, that works in systems, etc., knows the big task that is to do. You know, when you've got a system that is global, that works across many different platforms, etc., that's a mammoth task, isn't it?
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
Absolute mammoth.
Especially with the size of the company.
Absolutely. So I just wanted to say, on my behalf, on the Avon couple's behalf, a huge thank you to head office for working so hard to get the system up and running as soon as possible. So a huge thank you to everybody in head office that's been working on it.
Yeah, and we also know there's going to be a few teething problems.
As there is with any system.
So if you're in the team and you're experiencing any little problems, give us a shout. But please bear with it as well, because it is an absolute mammoth task to change what used to be a very sloppy system into a really robust and efficient back office, because that's what it is. It's all to do with what you can run your business with. And the IT guys and girls must be working their socks off to try and make sure that it's okay. So, you know, as Karen just said, on behalf of the Avon couple, thank you so much. Yeah. Okay. Well, there you go. That's that bit done. So we're finished now, is it?
No.
Oh, okay. I was only joking.
What did we do last week?
Well, we went to a job fair.
We did.
We went to a job fair, and I think there was around about, I didn't count them all, I think 60 other companies there and businesses and what have you recruiting. Yeah,
there was a lot.
And I love this because you will see some pictures when we get them put together. And I was talking to the organiser, Nathan, towards the end of the show.
Yes.
And he said he was so pleased to see how professional we were, how great our setup was to encourage people to go in, and how, in his word, don't know where he gets this one from because I'm getting on a bit and so are you, how lively we were with the interaction with the public.
Yes.
He said some of the other companies were
some of the other companies were there because they had to be there.
Oh gosh, yeah.
And that came across.
Yeah.
That really did come across.
Yeah.
And it just amazes me that you go to a job fair and everybody sits behind the desk.
Oh.
So straight away you're getting that interview feel when they're coming up to inquire about what do you do. Even some of the colleges were sitting behind the desk.
I couldn't.
And it was like an interview feel, because I went up to talk to a couple of them and I felt as if I was going for an interview.
Yeah.
Well, so you can imagine, like, you know, people who have been out of a job for a while, been made redundant and looking for another job, and even sort of like 18-year-olds that are slightly older that want to go back to college to improve their knowledge and to get another skill. They were quite intimidating.
Yeah.
And you know, by doing that, and this is something that I found, by doing that, isn't it great that we can take all of that and then know what not to do as well as what to do?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were having some great... Karen and I went round individually and had a chat to quite a few of the other stands, just to get to know why they were there, what they had to offer, and whether it's something we could integrate into our Avon business, which we found out there was quite a lot, which was brilliant.
Yeah.
But the one place I went to, and it's the first time I've never ever been afraid to go to, was HMRC. Her Majesty's Revenue and Tax, or whatever you'd like to call it. They were
Her Majesty's Revenue,
amazing.
Isn't it Customs?
Customs and Excise, that's right, whatever.
Yeah.
They were brilliant. They were telling me that they're there to help whoever wants to register. Now, because we run a home-based business, we should register. And they said, even if we don't come into the full tax bracket, or you don't, whenever you start, there are benefits for you there, and they will explain it. As the guy said to me, he said, they want to give you the money that there is available to you. And I didn't know there's grants, but you've got to speak, because every single person that registers is individual.
Yes. Do you know what I found? I found really strange by you just saying that. That HMRC and the taxman has a really bad reputation.
Oh yeah.
And that from old school people.
Yeah,
I'm talking about old school.
He literally told me a little bit about that, but I won't go into that.
Yeah, but you know what I mean? I'm saying that, you know, oh, it's the taxman, and all of that. But actually, they're really nice people, and they are there to help and support you. And I just thought you could relate that to Avon.
Yeah.
Because everybody thinks, oh, Avon, it's that old brochure thing, and they don't want to get involved, or they don't want to find out. But it's changed so much. So the stigma that's carried on from the taxman isn't. It's totally different, and it's a different perspective. And it's the same with Avon, isn't it? The Avon business. Well, it's changed so much.
Do you know what? The guy I actually spoke to is an HMRC employee.
Yeah.
Yet he runs his own business. He runs a band.
Yeah.
And he said, even he wasn't sure whether to register as self-employed. And he said, as he went through his training, he realised there were so many benefits to becoming self-employed that it outweighs any other sort of negative. Oh, you've got to pay us this, you've got to pay that.
Yeah.
Sure, we all pay taxes in this country, and if you're earning the money, you should be paying your taxes. It's as simple as that.
Yeah.
And he said, back in the day, quite some years ago, they used to actually have a department that were full of bullies.
Yeah, well, we won't go into that.
No, I know, but it's really weird. And he said that's all changed. It's massively changed.
That's what I'm saying. Ages ago, we're talking in the 60s when we were born.
Yeah. But yeah, honestly, guys.
But that's what I'm saying. The concept of
have
it
a chat
totally
to the HMRC because they're brilliant.
Totally changed.
Yeah.
Totally changed.
But then that was one of them. I even went to the Metropolitan Police, or the police, because it's not Metropolitan up here, is it? It's Northamptonshire. And they're looking for people all over the place. There's hundreds and hundreds of jobs. But even the colleges now, they seem to want to engage with lots and lots of people, don't they?
A lot of the colleges, some of the banners I was looking at were more to do with building your confidence.
Yeah.
So it was teaching you skills, not learning maths, and English and things.
Yeah.
It was teaching you personal skills
life
to develop
really.
life skills to develop yourself. And that's something that I think that a lot of Avon people that are in that like the network marketing side of things do personal development. We're forever reading books that are personal development, aren't they?
Yeah, well, you don't stop. You don't stop developing yourself, do you? It doesn't matter how old you are or how long you've been in something. Or, I mean, it's like from our old network, we still in contact with a lot of people from them.
Yeah.
They don't know everything.
Don't you find it fascinating, right? That you can learn something new every day.
Oh God, yeah. Well, of course you can. If you want, if your mind's open to it.
Yeah, that's what I mean. That you can learn something new every single day. I mean, and even if you're just reading books, I love historical books, and I'm reading a fantastic set of books at the moment about the shipyards, and there's things that I'm learning, and I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I didn't know that, there were people that went down and was taking limpet mines off of ships
during the wartime.
Yeah, absolutely, physically diving down and doing that. These are things that you don't realise or that So yeah, it's I love learning.
But it was great, wasn't it? When we booked in for it, we thought, we were a little bit dubious because a lot of the people there were looking for people to do a job.
Dubious? I was terrified.
Well, yeah, you were. You. I love going to them because I try and talk to as many people as I can, and I never used to be like it. And how my personal side's changed. Yeah. I love going to the job centres because I love meeting people, and the job fair to me was just it was brilliant.
It was really good.
And we were quite astounded, and I was anyway, of the amount of people we had coming up to us and giving us their details to follow up with.
Yeah.
We know it's probably the best time of the year to do it because people need the money for Christmas and for the new year and for holidays and whatever. But when you think about it, that goes on throughout the year. But what's the word? The response we had was absolutely phenomenal.
Yeah.
We got there at 9:30, opened at 10.
Yeah.
And we didn't stop talking to people all day.
Yeah.
It was fantastic. I loved it. I thought it was brilliant.
I did.
And Nathan, the guy who was running it, said we were probably the most professional in that room.
Yeah.
Purely because the way we interacted with, as he called it, their clients coming in to look for opportunities, looking for a way to earn some extra money.
I thought it was interesting. There was quite a lot of mums with babies.
Oh yeah. Well, we did, didn't we? We must have seen quite a few actually.
Yeah.
And then towards the end of it, it got a little bit quite funny, really.
And then you got the under 17-year-olds that were coming in that wanted to. And it was more for the colleges, I think, to try and find out about more for the college side of things. But yeah, it was very good, and we've got quite a lot of follow-ups to do with people that we interacted on the stall, on the stands, as well as people who were interested in Avon.
Yeah,
so absolutely. It's going to be really, really busy this week.
This week is going to be busy. Yeah,
very busy.
And we're actually in Mansfield tomorrow. Is it tomorrow?
Yes, tomorrow we're in Mansfield Shopping Centre, the Four Seasons. So if you're in the Mansfield area and you want to pop along, ask us questions about Avon, please do.
Yep, we'll both be there, I think.
Yeah.
Are we both there?
Well, I'm hoping so.
I can't remember.
I don't want to do it on my own. No, I love it.
It's quite strange actually, because since we've been retired and doing Avon, we just love doing more things. So we're always out and about doing stuff. One of the things that I was thinking is we could phone up the people that we saw
and
ask them if they want to pop along.
Yeah, if you've got any more questions, we're down in Mansfield tomorrow.
Yeah, come along.
So
that'd be great, even if you're watching this, because we know some of you took our details. So if you're watching this, pop along.
Yeah.
Be good to see you. What else has been happening?
We went to a seasonal showcase.
Oh yeah,
we did.
Now that was interesting because I don't know whether you're the same. I've always been like this. Sometimes you think, I don't want to go. And I couldn't figure out why I really didn't want to go. I think it's because I'm still a chap. I always have been, I probably always will be. I've got no ideas of changing. And I thought it's going to be a room full of ladies talking about Avon. What? What? Don't worry. Oh, Karen. It's the years. It's the way it is. This is what happened. But what I'm saying is I thought it was a room full of ladies just talking about Avon until I got there. And then we met.
It's never just about Avon and makeup and stuff.
Actually, it was about people.
Yeah.
Oh, it was fabulous.
Yeah.
And we met Tracy Powers, who was there. And do you know what I really enjoyed about that? Is she recognised us straight away. We had a chat straight away, and she was using us as examples throughout the evening.
Yeah.
Which was brilliant. Plus, team members came.
Yeah, it was really nice to have team members. Do you know, it's really lovely when you go to somewhere like that and you do have team members, because it's like you're watching their faces as well as listening to see they don't, you know, it's funny because somebody can tell you the same thing but in a different way and they get it.
Yeah.
You know,
oh, gosh,
and
yeah.
that's why I like having team members there. And Steph was there, who's having a baby. Congratulations. But my goodness, she's grown. And she's got a lovely little nice neat bump. And that was nice to see.
Yeah. But it was nice to see the room full as well of people.
Yeah.
Which was good.
Yeah, it was.
So what are we actually doing about that?
Well, you did a massive video and we did a little bit of a podcast.
We did.
So that'll be up and running possibly Thursday.
Yeah, should be out ready on Thursday about 1 o'clock-ish.
We've done a double this week.
Yep.
And we'll do that now and again. It's not every week that we'll do a double, but we're doing a double this week. So you're going to be busy putting that one up as well.
Yep, that's interesting. So pop along later on this week, Thursday, probably around about the same time as normal, 1 o'clock. And
I don't know, you're doing it.
Yeah.
I don't do things like that.
The podcast and the video podcast will be up at 1 o'clock, ready on Thursday, to show you what our seasonal showcase was all about. And it actually prompted me to do some other stuff while we were there because, what was his name? I can't think of his name now.
Who? Nick
O'Connor was there, and he was talking all about social media and things like that. And I'm also working with young Vicky. Thank you, Vicky, again, another mention. And if you didn't know what that was on the podcast, I was pointing to the lovely gift that Vicky gave us. I've been working with Vicky, learning stuff, to be honest with you. And at the showcase, I had the chance to actually put into practice some of the things that I've learnt from Vicky. And that was to do a reel. Sounds a bit funny, but a reel. And
well, like a fishing reel?
No, well, I wish it was in that sense. No, it was what do you call it? It's like a podcast reel. It's like a film reel.
Okay.
And it's just a few minutes of doing what we're doing, a video, but a shorter version, basically. And I actually managed to do it, got it put up, and I even learned how to use the hashtags and all the rest of it. And so that's all gone up onto Facebook. And if you want to see that as well, just go to hashtag Avon Seasonal Showcase and you'll see it. So that was interesting. That was good fun.
It was. And one
it was
of the
scary,
things,
actually.
Yeah. And one of the things I liked is that we all know it's seasonal. So it's talking about this season coming. All right, Q4, which is October, November, December. And there's lots of opportunities within Avon in October, November, December, because it is the busiest season. And a lot of the products that they've got, a lot of the gift sets that they've got, were all out on display. There's a new perfume coming out, which is going to be absolutely brilliant.
There's a limited edition one as well, or is that the one you're talking about?
That is the limited edition, which is for those of you that like Today, Tomorrow, Always. There's a new one coming out. I'm still wearing Everlasting, which is absolutely beautiful, and I love it because it's got a deep musky smell, but it's really, really gorgeous, and it does last a long, long time. So there's that coming out. There's a new size black suede's coming out, which are now out, and we've got 7 of them, 6 of them.
7, I think.
Yeah, so that's good, and that was all on display. Lovely silk pyjamas coming out in the new for the season. So
some of those clothes were fantastic.
Yeah, they were, and pyjamas were brilliant. So there's lots of different things that are coming out as well. So we'll be demoing some of them as we go through the couple of months.
Do you know the other things that I actually really liked what they had was their advent calendars?
Okay.
The advent calendars are fantastic. They can get them from your shop, can't they? On
It's they are very, very good value.
Yeah, I mean,
they're like half price.
Hundreds of pounds worth of products in them, isn't there?
Yeah.
Absolutely brilliant. So if you're looking for some gifts, the advent calendar is a great one. But looking for any gifts, if you haven't had a catalogue, give us a shout.
Yeah,
come onto our website, just put in there, even if you just go onto the contact page and just put in book with your details, we'll get you a book.
Yeah, definitely. Or text us book.
Yeah, and we can send you the electronic link as well if that's what you'd prefer, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So busy this week. Lots going on.
There's a lot going on this week as well, yeah.
Yeah.
But do you know something? You know, you were saying about October, November, December. We've picked up our first set of orders already, haven't we?
Yes.
And that's in excess of £1,200.
Yeah, I know.
£1,200 worth of orders, and that is from approximately 100 customers.
I find it fascinating that some shops are they survive by their selling in these 3 months.
Oh yeah.
Throughout the year.
It must be really a struggle.
Yeah.
Throughout the rest of the year, knowing that you've got to work so hard just for those 3 months, whereas we do it all the way through and we just get the extra in the Christmas period.
Well, we've always said that from January to September is training you for the next 3 months. Getting you prepared for the next 3 months. So yeah, it's exciting.
Well, that's quite a short one today, in that sense, because we have got the one coming out on Thursday. So don't forget Thursday, 1:00.
Yeah.
If you've not subscribed as well, go to our YouTube channel. If you see this, or if you're listening to the podcast, go to our YouTube channel, the Avon Couple, and have a look at that and subscribe. That way, you'll never miss one of our webinars. You'll never miss one of our podcasts. You'll never miss all the latest product reviews and things like that.
And if you want to have a look at the seasonal products, the online shop, I can't get their words out.
I know, it's one of them days today.
The online shop is the avoncouple.online, so go on there, and there is a section just for gifts and for all the things that Fred's mentioned. There is a what am I like today?
I don't know.
There is on the menu option, there is a special one just for Christmas.
It's funny, it's quite strange actually, because since we've been doing the video and we're doing the video podcast and linking it to our other one, it's strange how we use a lot more gesturing towards the camera that people on the podcast can't see. Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
You just did it, you went along the menu and you're I don't know what it's word.
Emphasising or showing where it is in the air.
Yeah, and you can't see it on the podcast. So guys, pop over to have a look at the video, because then you'll see how funny it really is.
Really? Am I funny?
No, I think you were both funny in this, because we forget about the video, the sound one.
Well, yeah, that's why I've got a face for podcasting, not video. It's
that's what I said. I've got a face for radio.
So, I used to be a trainer, and I do talk with my hands. Always have done. Always, that's just me.
For those of you on the podcast, Karen is using her hands quite a lot.
Yes, I'm gesturing. And my boss used to say, the only way to shut Karen up is to make her sit on her hands. So I used to, if I weren't going to say anything, I'd sit there with my, and that was it.
You couldn't play bingo either, could you, in the meetings? So, you wouldn't be able,
bingo meeting. Yeah. How many people used to do that?
Meeting bingo.
Yeah.
Yeah, we all used to. We used to do it when I used to work for Honda as well.
We never.
Used to sit there, but the trouble is you'd always get that one enthusiastic person. They go, bingo! And they go, really?
Yeah.
You know, have a look. And you're not meant to do that. You're just meant to show the cards afterwards to say that you've got all the words.
We never used to do that, but as a trainer, and some people do this, some people will have this. We always had like our own individual phrases.
I thought you was going to say flavours then.
Flavours. Well, no, I don't know what I was going to say. It come out about 3 different words in one. We all used to have phrases that we'd say.
Oh, right.
You know.
Yeah.
And it's unique because they'd always ask for the person who, if they didn't know their names. And we had one guy, he used to say sort of thing all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But for me, when I was talking about systems and what have you, because I was a systems trainer, I'd talk about layers. And the only way that I could talk about layers was to talk about pizzas. So I was always known as the pizza lady. So whenever they phoned up, they wouldn't ask for me by name. They'd ask for the lady who always talks about pizzas. So that was all my phrases, you know. But we all
we were talking about that yesterday, watching the British touring cars.
Yeah.
Because some of the guys who were racing in the single seaters, they're youngsters, and they were coming out with, and it was like, I can't remember what they were saying, but it was like a forward and a backwards, all in one go, and it was like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
I can't remember what the phrases were now, but we were saying exactly that, weren't we?
Oh, what, like Karenisms?
Yeah. Oh well. Yeah, we won't go there. No. If we went into Karenisms, we'd be here till tomorrow. So.
They used to have a book and write them down. So I you know, things like I paired my pots up in 3s.
If you don't get that, give us a shout and I'll explain
exactly. So they're the sort of things I used to come out with.
The 5th book in a trilogy. Anyway, on that note, I think we better go.
Absolutely.
We've got a lot of work to do today.
Yes. So it's goodbye from me.
And a goodbye from me, and we are.
And him.
I'm just the other half of the Avon Couple. You're the half, the first half.
No.
Yeah, you're the first half, I'm the other half.
Okay, then, if you want to be. So A's and B's.
Yeah. Okay then, so that's from us anyway. We are
the Avon Couple.
saying
Goodbye.
Goodbye.